Hello. This video will explain Tech in Action Chapter 8 Grader Project. So the first step we'll do is to change the name as the proper way to fix it so that you'll have a copy to come back to. Once we rename it properly, we'll go ahead and save it and we'll get started. Okay, so the first step after that is to apply the Berlin theme to the entire presentation. So you go to the first slide, then you will go Insert. Okay, so you kind of have to point at it till you find it. And then it'll show up like this. Okay, so step 2 is done. All right, then it says to select slide 2, and then click just before the second sentence and hit enter to make it into a second sub-bullet. Now using a new slide, using title and content. So we are already at the second one, so all we have to do is to go Insert, New Slide, and select Title and Content, and it'll put it right into the third position. And then we want to enter examples of intellectual property as the title. You could copy and paste the information in here. Then it says to insert a basic block list Smartart diagram. We've done this in the past, but if you kind of point at these things in the middle here, it says, that one says insert the Smartart graphic. Click on that. And the one on the top right is the basic block list, which it wants. And then we're going to enter the following individual titles that's listed on your directions, and we will do that next. Books, art, photographs, music, and songs, and all that. Now, it is very easy to misspell a word or forget a letter, so be careful when you are doing this. You can type directly into the boxes here. So music and songs. The next one is movies and videos. Or an easier way to do this is to click on design, then come over here to the text pane, and then you could also type it in here, and this keeps it under control, maybe a little bit better. So movies and videos, and then we're adding another one here. Let's see. So next one is patents. Enter. Then it's formulas. And the last one is computer software. Now we're on step 5. Get rid of the text box here. And then we're going to add the gradient group accent to color to the Smartart. So let's go to design, change color. Then we go down to accent 2. There's your gradient loop, accent 2. Now we're going to change the font of the color of the font to black background 1. So we'll go to text. The first one is the black background 1. Okay. Step 6 says select slide 4 and reposition the second bullet so it becomes the first bullet. Highlighting it, and then I'm moving it up to in front of the first one. Then create a sub bullet for the new second bullet. So I go to the end of the second one, hit a enter and a tab, and then I enter the words which are in step 6. Again, I am just copying and pasting. Then it says to select copyright infringement in the third bullet and format with bold and italics. bold, and italics. Okay, step 7, select slide 5, and it says to enter copyright infringement and social media as the slide title. And then it says to increase the font of the bulleted text to 32, so that's down here. We'll increase that to 32 in home. Slide 6, this is step 8. We're going to change the title to photographic copyrights. Okay, so now we're going to go into step 9. This gets a little bit complicated, and some of the directions are a little different, so please be careful. Okay, so we're going to select slide 9. And then it says to go to nasa.gov. So we got to go to Chrome. And then we're going to go to nasa.gov. Okay, and then it says to click on galleries. Okay, and then it says to, from the top, search for the NASA images. Okay, so it's a little bit difficult here because the words aren't exactly the same, but we could go to image galleries, and then for the search term, we could type in rocket. And then go to images. Then your rockets will show up. Okay. Then it says right click any photo of a rocket, then select copy. So I will select this one, right click. Then I'm going to say copy image. Go back to PowerPoint. And then right click and say paste. Okay, and then I believe it wants you to do it with a second one. So I'm going to go back to NASA, and then let's see, I'm going to pick this one. I'm going to right click it, say copy image, and then go back to the PowerPoint and say paste. So step 10 says to select an appealing idea from the design ideas area. There is really no points taken off or added for this one, so you just pick the one you want. And it should switch to that one. Okay. Now let's say if the design ideas don't show up, then if you click on format, and then if it doesn't show up here, then you could always go to design, then click on design ideas here, and then it will show up for you. Step 11 says to insert a text box and type images courtesy of nasa.gov. So you would go into insert, click on text box, and then let's pick design horizontal here and just put it right in here. And then we will type in images courtesy of NASA. Again, I'm copying and pasting. Then I'm going to change the font to Arial Narrow 16. That's again in home. Arial Narrow 16. Step 12, we're going to move slide 8 so that it is the last slide of the presentation. So I'm going to click on slide 8, click and hold, and move it till the end. And that tells you about the media usage guidelines there. Okay, and step 13 says to apply wipe transition and from left effect to all slides. So I'm going to go into transitions, do a wipe, and for effect options I want it to be from left, and right here it says apply to all. Okay, and then let's don't forget to save it one last time, and we could upload this.